Thank you for stopping by Ballistic Barbecue. On today's video, I'm going to be cooking up a beautiful, gigantic, cowboy cut tomahawk ribeye. Let's get going. And here's that beautiful steak. 3.5 pounds of prime Angus on a gigantic rib bone. This thing is awesome. Comes from Matador prime beef, and I cannot wait to sink my teeth into this. What I'm going to do today is cook this low and slow, and I mean low. We're going to be running the Yoder at 200 degrees. I'm going to cook this just very gently until it reaches 125 degrees internal. Then we're going to sear it off on an extremely hot grill grate. First thing I'm going to do is season this, and this is a lot of beef here. It can handle some flavor. So on this cook, I'm using that Our Butts Are Smoking, our beef rub. And this is the same rub that I used on those beef ribs not too long ago. Actually, my last video. I'm going to go ahead and apply a very thin coating of garlic infused avocado oil. And avocado oil has a very, very high smoking point. You can smell that garlic. Again, a lot of meat here. It's going to handle these extra flavors. Now let's get that rub on. And this is a very savory rub with a lot of different herbs and a little bit of heat. All right, I'm going to allow this rub to penetrate, allow it to sweat through. In the meantime, I'm going to go out in the backyard and get that Yoder set up. I'll meet you guys out back. So on this cook, I'm using the Yoder YS640. I have it running right now at 200 degrees Fahrenheit. We're ready to cook. So as you can see, the upper grate is in place. This is where we are going to be going low and slow. Lower grates have been removed here. This is where the grill grates will be going eventually when we do that really hot sear. Let's go ahead and get that steak on. So of course, it's going to be very important to monitor the temperature on this cook. Got that ThermoWorks I'm going to be using today. I'm going to go ahead and just place the probe right in the middle here of the side, and I'm going to go into the center of this, the thickest part of the meat here, the most meaty part of the steak. And we are rolling. So again, I'm going for 125 degrees Fahrenheit internal on that steak. Once it hits about 80 degrees, I'm going to go ahead and flip it just to ensure that it gets a nice even cook. But where it's at right now on that upper grate, it's getting a nice, nice, even, gentle heat. See you guys in a bit. Steak's been on about 35 minutes or so now, and it just hit 80 degrees. I'm going to go ahead and give it a turn. Looking good. Next stop, 125. See you guys then. We are at 1 hour, 35 minutes into this cook, and we just hit that 125 degree mark. Let's check out the steak. Look at that. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and pull the probe. And this thing is tender, beautiful. So I'm going to take the steak into the house, loosely tin it with foil. Then I'm going to come back outside, show you guys how we're going to set up this Yoder for searing. All right, let's set this thing up for some hot grilling. So obviously I've already removed the upper shelf. Now I have the 2-piece diffuser plate, so I have this hatch door here that exposes that firebox. I'll go ahead and pull this out. I'm just using one of my other barbecue tools here. So as you can see now, that firebox is exposed. And when I crank up the heat on the temperature control, the fire is going to get much larger because it's going to be dumping a lot of pellets in there. So the next thing we're going to do is install the grill grates. So I'm just going to go ahead and put these guys in. These are tongue and groove, so it's just easier for me to just do it all at one time. All right, we'll get the door closed. So the next thing we're going to do is adjust this damper. This is on the right side of the cooker as you face it, and just push it in. So I'll show you what I just did. Now I would have to actually remove the diffuser plate in order for you to see the damper, but basically you can push it, you know, towards the firebox. So what I did was push it all the way to basically the edge of the grill grates here, and that's going to concentrate the heat down below those grill grates and make it much more intense. So the next thing we're going to do is increase the heat. So we'll set for 200. We're going to crank this baby up. So I got this thing cranked up to 600 degrees now. Those grill grates are going to be absolutely screaming. As soon as this thing's all heated up, I'll bring that steak out and we'll finish it off. Okay, we are ready to go. Because the pit was already running, it didn't take too long to get it up to this grilling temp. This thing is raging. And just a few minutes ago, let me see. Yeah, 591, actually it's climbing up. When I checked it before I turned the cameras on, it was 606, so it's hot. First thing I'm going to do is put on some cooking spray. And this is just canola oil, basically. Get the steak on. And I'm going to let this sear about a minute on each side. Give it a little turn here. Little turn. All right. So we'll get this back in the house, let it rest a little bit, slice it up, give you guys a taste test. Well, appearance-wise on the exterior, this thing is beautiful. Just a beautiful, beautiful steak. Hopefully it looks as good on the inside. Let's give this a try. Very tender. Wow. It's looking good. Let's put this right here for now. So first thing I'm going to do is just slice it in half so you guys can see what I just saw. That is what I call perfect medium rare. Now what I'm going to do is just cut this into slices, into nice manageable slices. And this will easily feed, you know, 2 people. My wife's off in the wings, salivating right now. And then what I would do, again, just put it like this. That is gorgeous. Okay, and now for the tough part. I need to try this. I would be failing at my job if I didn't try this out. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Wow. Wow. Now that Yoder rocked this cook. I mean, it grills. And I have not cooked on a pellet cooker that can grill like that. I mean, this amazes me. Now, the other thing that I want to point out is I've really come down on my temperatures when it comes to the reverse searing thing. I've brought them down to 200 now, and a lot of that has to do with my experience in sous vide. It minimizes the carryover just coming in at that lower temp, and you can see the results here. I mean, that is just a beautiful cross section. It's beautiful. So happy with this cook. Wow. Anyway, guys, so people have been asking me to talk about the beers I'm drinking. So this is from a very small craft brewery out here in the San Diego County in Alpine, California. It's Alpine Beer Company, and this is their Truck Trail Pale Ale. And it's named after, there's a truck trail, a famous truck trail, Skyline Truck Trail, and that's what it's named after. But it's a really good beer. Again, it's just a lot smoother than some of the really heavy IPAs. Anyway, on that note, thank you for stopping by. Again, I'll have links down below for Matador Meats, Yoder. Check them out. See you on the next video. Cheers.